Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Your Choice, to the September version of our newsletter. We're excited to be back in this video format with you this September. We took July and August away from recording this to just give ourselves some space and some time to really connect with ourselves and to be connecting with our clients as well. We certainly had plenty of work to do with them. So we're grateful for that. And what we're really focusing on this month are two things. We are showcasing our new catalog of services, which I will put the link below for, tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. And then Tessa's going to be telling us a little bit more about the TC&A origin story as well, because it really is so important to know what is the foundation? What's the beginning? We've been in business for many years now, and yet we just thought it was timely to touch back on that origin piece. So before Tess tells us a little bit more about that, I'll just highlight a couple of pieces from the catalog that we would love for you to look into more of. We are working a lot on creating leadership and development programs for organizations. So those can look for 6 months, a year, beyond. Those are really foundational. And we still, of course, are doing our one-on-one and triangle coaching with executives, senior VPs and managers, seeing a lot of really great growth and outcomes from having those conversations, strategic conversations, really. We are doing a lot of team building. We are open to doing more team retreats as well. So as you hear, there's a variety of different ways to enter in and work with us and collaborate with us. And it really is a collaboration when we work together. And what do you want to add to that, Tess, about this catalog of services here?
Well, certainly as a company that does leadership development, we always have things in our tools and resources to provide. And at the same time, the collaboration is so meaningful because we're curious as to what's the vision of the organization? Where do they want to take their employees? What's most important for themselves and their employees to grow and develop in? And so I feel like we're constantly creating content and seminars for our clients so that it meets their needs. And that is a big part of the collaboration, which is really fun.
Yeah, yeah. And whether it's helping people with communication, decision making, problem solving, it really all comes down to supporting people to know more about who they are first, know their own
Yes.
preferences, right? Where they're putting their energy, how they're processing information, making decisions, how they're structuring their world or not structuring the world around them, and supporting them to have the best possible outcomes and make sure that their reality is really reflecting what they desire. We've been talking about that this week, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And as we move into parts of the origin story, what I've loved about writing the newsletter for September is breaking things down into the beginning, the middle, and there's a little bit more in the middle, and then where we are now is very exciting. And I think what stands out to me in the origin story is ultimately trusting transition.
Mm.
And I was at a transitional period of time when a mentor came to me and said, I'd like you to work with me and continue to develop your leadership, coaching, and who you are. And here's some opportunities. What do you think? And I really didn't have to think very long because I was curious about people and curious about the opportunities. And I said yes. And what transpired from that point on was an incredible journey for many years of working with a tech company in New York and globally, different parts of the world, in Singapore and Europe and the United States, and ultimately then moving into the healthcare industry, down in Rancho Mirage, and coaching doctors and nurses and upper management, which was very interesting as well, since my own father had spent his entire career in the medical field as well, supporting doctors and their vision for clinics and hospitals. So that was near and dear to my heart. And then having an opportunity to work with an organization that was a nonprofit that were training leaders, um, young leaders, to actually go back into the agribusiness world, the multifaceted world of agribusiness, and the touch points and of all of the levels of what agribusiness does for our state, our nation, our world. That was incredible as well. And so with that origin story, it was an opportunity to choose to grow, choose to continue to develop, and ultimately choose to lead myself first and learn what that really meant in all different worlds, all different countries, all different ways of thinking and doing and being, and providing so many opportunities for people in the workplace to do their best work. And that's what I found so fulfilling, and still today, supporting leadership and people to do their best work in the workplace, and also personally, because we know in the line of work that we do, whatever people learn in the workplace, we hear over and over and over, Tess, Chelsea, this is working for me in my personal life as well. And that is so fulfilling, and so much to be grateful for. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for sharing those bits of the origin story. I love how it all came together, and as things do, it came together naturally in a certain way, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it was that support that you were receiving from PAL leadership. There were opportunities there, there was coaching, there was development. We'll learn more about the story as we go on in the newsletter this month. I don't want to give all of that away,
You have
but
to keep everyone in suspense a little bit, right?
yes, yes, but there are many more details. Of course, we're giving you a high level picture of just how TC&A came to be. And it's an amazing story too of staying open, having a growth mindset, and being curious. You used that word, being curious. And your curiosity ultimately led you to have influence within your community, within your state, within your nation, and within your world, within all of our world. And that is, we were just talking about this before we jumped on, the impact that the work that we do has is exponential.
Yeah.
And so also just kind of wrapping this up in gratitude as well, and appreciation from the beginnings, the exciting beginnings, kind of even the precursor to TC&A,
Mhm.
and then the
Yes.
transition as well that actually birthed TC&A, which you'll learn more about this month. So really gratitude, so much gratitude and appreciation for this whole process and how it's unfolded.
So much gratitude. And I'm a firm believer that when we really trust that things are working for our good, even in the hardest of times, they do work out. And it's often more than what we can even imagine. And I know in my younger self, in my 20s and 30s, I could not have imagined where we are today. I know it was within me to imagine, and yet to experience it and live it is really far more than I imagine, and I'm so grateful. Just so
Mm.
deeply grateful.
I feel that gratitude from you too and sharing that. So we look forward to sharing more about the story later this month. So definitely tune in to Your Choice, our weekly newsletter. If you're not already signed up, I'll put the link in there for that as well. And in the meantime, we are sending you positive energy and look forward to connecting soon.
Yes.
Thanks. Bye.